After watching my husband, Greg Griffith, die at age 50 of this monster called pancreatic cancer, I made a vow to God that I would do everything humanly possible to spare you all having to go what my sons and I went through.
Education and research are the keys to innovation and new discoveries in preventing and sidelining pancreatic cancer. Through the efforts of Kathy and the Griffith Family Foundation, students at Penn State, Altoona, and others realized the imperative of creating greater awareness about pancreatic cancer and increasing the funding for research that could improve the early detection and treatment.
It was 8 years ago. I was just a freshman in high school, and I just was on Google and Wikipedia looking up ways to create a new way to detect pancreatic cancer. And I was able to find a way to detect pancreatic cancer that costs just 3 cents and takes 5 minutes to run. And it was a lot of work, but it was really rewarding work. When you care about your work, like you guys all care about pancreatic cancer, it doesn't seem to be work. And you guys can create such massive amounts of change with your time. So I'd really encourage you to first believe in yourself, always be coming up with ideas, and really chase after those ideas.
What's the best treatment for carcinoma of the head of the pancreas without metastases?
I think for a patient that has adenocarcinoma in the head of the pancreas that is surgically resectable, meaning it's not up against any of those major blood vessels and that we can resect it, that is the best chance for a cure. And that's each time that we see a patient, that's what we're hoping to see, and that's why this early detection work is so important.
How far before they're diagnosed do you think the cancer is present in the pancreas? I had heard 12 years. I want to know if that's true.
Our best guess is by looking at the type of changes that occur in the pancreas when we're getting down to the molecular level like Jack is that it takes about 15 years to develop a clone that will spread, so little cell. But the problem is it isn't till the cancer's been there till about 15 years that it even starts becoming visible.
Let's hope and pray and know that ICAN sideline pancreatic cancer, leave no doubt.
8 years ago, I put a grant in there to try to validate some biomarkers, and it got triaged with statements saying that there is no cure for pancreatic cancer. There's no reason to do early detection. That was the response. The advocates did not take that kindly. They took that message, and it was from people like you that, and out here, and all that energy. The next time through, 3 years ago, we were able to get a grant, myself, Anirban Matra down at MD Anderson, who worked with Jack, and Jack's mentor got the other grant. And more importantly, that was just the Early Detection Research Network, where we have 2 grants with multiple collaborative sites. But the NCI heard the message. This all occurred because of grassroots efforts, because that's just the way it works. They listen from people like you. They don't listen to scientists because they think we have a vested interest in the disease. So really, the message was heard.
So many young people in school just need to be inspired, and I think we all look back over our careers and we can pick out 1 or 2 people that did that for us, right? Maybe it's not always a teacher, it's a coach, it's a parent, it's a Sunday school teacher, but I think it's finding something you have a passion for, and then finding somebody who does that, and partner with them to find out what it is, what happens, is this right for me? Is that something I could see myself doing?
So you can do really incredible work using just either your computer. There's a lot of really cool stuff with computer coding and artificial intelligence. You can also do really cool stuff with just stuff that you buy offline or at like your local Home Depot. You can really do really amazing science that actually can publish, can move fields forward, and really make a difference in the world. So I would recommend getting involved in science fair and just finding something that you're passionate in.
How much would you recommend exercise as a supplemental treatment to those who might be pancreatic cancer survivors?
All the treatments for pancreatic cancer are tough. Having the disease is tough, and then you add surgery and chemotherapy on top of it. So you really can't overstate the impact that being a healthy person before all this has. And so that means good nutrition, balanced diet, exercise. All those things really help you tolerate all of the treatments, whether it's surgery or complications thereafter, or or the chemotherapy itself.
So I think that exercise and just living a normal life is extremely important. The 2 days after I was diagnosed, I watched a video of Dr. John Cameron, one of the world-famous pancreatic surgeons, and he said that if you don't have a good attitude going into this disease, it's an insidious, terrible disease, and with a bad attitude, you're not going to make it. You need a good attitude, you need to live a normal life, and exercise, and getting out, and just waking up every day and trying to live a normal life will keep you from going into that depression.
We've all got a part to play. Doesn't matter who we are, we can all do something. Together we can do something.
I invite you to come to our page. It's the National Pancreatic Cancer Foundation, and check it out. And we also provide direct financial assistance for patients and families. So if they're struggling and they need to help with rent, mortgage, utilities, things like that, that's what we offer. So a little bit of different aspect moving forward with pancreatic cancer. And I think that we can, as a team, make a huge difference.
The whole secret of life is remaining open to whatever happens to you and letting God lead you to what you're supposed to do, but too many times we stay so closed. I lost my mother and my brother within months of each other to pancreatic cancer. I was mayor of a city at the time, and all of a sudden I thought I can't do this anymore, and I was led to start a foundation and raise every dollar strictly for research and nothing else. So that whole concept of ICAN, you can do anything, but stay open to be led and do it with a passion. Just follow your heart. Don't stay in a box. Life isn't a linear line. Just go where it takes you and do what you're supposed to do. Thank you.